Hey everybody, it is Lorelia coming to you with a video today to discuss fraud. I'm not even going to say scam, I'm going to straight say fraud. So a few months ago, I did a video about Navy Federal Credit Union. And I talked about how I was literally in a clubhouse room where there was a person, won't say man or woman, who was literally telling people how to fraudulently apply to get access to credit with Navy Federal Credit Union. So let me just say this. You are about to go to jail. 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 Remember that? A year ago, lady was talking about you about to lose your job. Well, I'm going to say you are about to go to jail. So once again, the Navy Federal Credit Union conversation has come up. And I normally, as what the young people say, clout chase, whatever. I usually do not comment on stuff that has been widely brought to the forefront about certain gurus. But the reason why I will talk about this is because the level of fraud in the credit industry, specifically business credit or personal credit, is at an all-time high. And the reason why I say it's at an all-time high is because I feel like it is setting individuals who look like us back 50 to 100 years. And what do I mean by that? Yes, I believe systematic racism exists. Yes, I believe institutional racism exists. I get it, redlining the whole thing. And I know people are going to say, you know what, Lori, do not use those terms to give a way out for people who are committing fraud. I won't. I only bring that up is that so many of us, individuals who look like us, have been so deep rooted into the cohort of those things that I mentioned: institutional racism, systematic racism, redlining, the whole, not getting access to things in particular to build wealth. And that now this is the only probably time in history where, as an African American, you can, I won't say the playing field has been leveled in terms of other races, but you literally have a chance to win. And I know there's a lot of pundits or credit experts or financial experts would say otherwise, but only based on my exposure of what I help people with. And not to get on my own soapbox, because the reason why I feel like this is the one time in history where you can now enter the game. I won't say the playing field has been leveled, but you can now enter the game, is because this is the one time where you literally can learn the rules. If you want a shortcut to all of this, books are your best teacher. The information is out there. Of course, paying a consultant, someone like myself, will speed up the process. But understand, the information is out there. And the reason why I say the information is out there is because we no longer have to fall prey to fraud. And like I said, I'm not going to clout chase or whatever, or cap on this guru or what have you about the strategies that that is being taught to be able to get access to credit, to get a loan, using fraud. Like I said, the only reason why I'm discussing it is because I went and watched the whole video myself. And what saddened me about that, not particularly, and I know you like, well, I would think the fraud would be it. Not in particular of the fraud that was clearly being mapped out on what you can do, but the other stuff, like I said, still having people to believe that in order for them to get access to stuff here in the US to build wealth, you literally have to commit fraud. That was the problem that I had. And see, fraud is at an all-time high. And one may say, well, really, you shouldn't sit on a soapbox and pass judgment. My thing is this: yes, I am going to pass judgment because this is it. Since fraud is at an all-time high, the individuals who are teaching you this, now I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even think that guru is going to get any type of jail time. I don't think he's going to get any heat, because a lot of times the people who are doing the wrong, they have the access to resources, whether it is to a hired attorney or what have you, to get them out of the situation. The ones who get hurt, or the lay people, the people who truly do believe, because they know systematic racism exists, institutionalized racism exists, we're 500, 600 years, behind with building wealth, as well as all the other atrocities that have happened to African Americans. And with that being said, they begin to now say, well, in order for me to get my piece of the pie, I have to commit fraud. Like, oh, that is how it's being done. And I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but when it comes to people who look like us, they don't give us no breaks. They will literally throw the book at us to hit us on fraud charges or what have you. You already see what went down the line with the PPP. And I know people will say, well, why did the big banks even do that? I know now I'm talking about the PPP. Why would they allow people to get access to credit knowing that individuals did not qualify? Because once again, if you understand the conversation of institutional racism, systematic racism, and all the other atrocities with African Americans, why not? So now you literally have someone who looks like us and literally telling you to commit fraud. And that's why I said, you are about to go to jail. You are about to go to jail, because the lay people who will take those strategies and implement them, when the heat comes down, they can't hire nobody, because that quick little $10 or $15 or $20,000 they've got, they've already went through that. So they can't hire no one. So now what you gonna do? You gonna literally get in front of a judge and try to play the blame game? Understand, ladies and gentlemen, this fraud is at an all-time high. I see it on a regular basis. That is why people will come to me, and I know they are shell-shocked. There is no way people are getting $50,000, $100,000. She's got to be doing something illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. I stand on everything that I do. And the reason why I'm doing nothing illegal, because I tell people it takes work. It takes work. And 90% of the people do not want to do the work. So that's why it's so easy to fall prey to fraud. I ain't even going to call it a scam, because that word is just thrown around. Half of the time people throw around the word scam, or people who don't want to take responsibility of, once again, doing the work, and now want to default to scam. So this is beyond scam. This is straight fraud. And like I said, back in December, when I went into that clubhouse room, and I'm literally hearing a person telling people how to commit fraud to get access to credit, I was like, whoa, fraud is at an all-time level. Like, once again, that sets us back. And I know one may say, well, Lorelia, this country was built on the backs of, of African Americans and this, that, and the other. But understand, we don't get that grace. We don't get that grace. And if you know you don't have access to get attorneys, resources, or what have you, when the heat comes down, what you gonna do? You gonna say, oh, this person, this guru I was listening to said it was legal. Anytime someone is telling you to falsify information for you to get access to any type of credit or financing, it is straight fraud. And I know people will have people to believe, well, everybody's doing it. Okay, believe that. I saw this back in what the credit industry is turning into is what, and I'm telling my age, it's what was happening in the mid 2000s with the loans, mortgage loans. And we all know the banks can't fail. Government bailed out banks. What happened to the lay people? They end up getting penalized. Same thing happened with PPP. Same thing I'm seeing with the personal credit industry. I was talking about credit sweeps and the fraudulent tactics 3 years ago, 4 years ago, back in 2016, 2017. Go to my channel. The receipts are there. Telling people credit sweeps don't work. Especially when you want to institute wealth building, credit sweeps don't work. It's just a quick strategy for you to move up and get your credit. Matter of fact, I'm going to map out what they teach you. They tell you to do the identity theft so you can have a credit sweep done to your credit report. And then from there, they want you to buy trade lines to get access to credit. That's it. And then during that process, there's some fraud being taken place. People falsifying this, falsifying that. That's why I tell people that do not lump what I do with is being out there in the marketplace. Because I already know half of the people who are telling people how to get business credit, either one, all they are doing is repurposing a whole bunch of information they saw binging on YouTube or some other social media platform. That's one. Number two, they're literally just telling people, go to a website and you could possibly get $10 to $15 or $5,000. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Yeah, I believe those receipts of those individuals who teaching people that they may do work. But when you get to the point of 50, client of mine, pre-approved on Friday, go to the community tab, see the receipts. When you start going north of 50 to 100,000 to 80, that takes strategy. And the reason why I say it takes strategy, because I'm doing nothing illegal. Nothing's being falsified. That's why I say people who come to me, 90% of them are not funding ready. Why? Because most people want me to untangle all the illegal tactics they heard online and now try to puzzle piece how what I do gonna help them. It's never gonna help. It's never going to help because I don't do anything illegal. What I do takes work. That's why I said everyone, I do not work with everyone. And it's not cheap to work with me. Because think about it like this. If someone can help you get $100,000 in funding, receipts is there, $80,000, my last testimonial. Why the heck are they going to charge $97 course? Please, that just mathematically in business does not make sense. They're going to give it to you in a $97 ebook course, what have you. It mathematically don't make sense in business. They're not going to do it. The reason why they can sell you a course, because you know what? It's a crapshoot. It may work, it may not. You may decide to do the illegal tactics, you may not. Oh well. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, fraud is at an all-time high. You will go to jail. I know this message ain't going to be popular. Because like I said, there's a generation of individuals that, like I said, I'm a woman of a certain age. I can't believe the blatantness with fraud. Like, from in terms of videos I see and in lives I catch where people just straight telling people to fraud. Like, is at an all-time high. And that's why people will never get. There's only a small portion of people who get the conversation of what I'm talking about. Leveraging personal credit, leveraging credit in general to get access to high credit limits to invest in real estate. That conversation goes over people's heads. I get it, because most of them people who telling you to fraud, they literally only telling you only gonna get about 10 or 15. If you're really lucky, you may get 20. I literally heard the guru say in the video that who can get approved for a personal term loan. Seriously? Like that's not hard to do. My client just got funded 2 weeks ago, which was part of her $80,000, $35,000. What do you mean people can't get approved? No, they can't get approved if they don't learn the game. And the game that's being taught out there in the marketplace is an illegal, fraudulent game. And many people are buying it. And I get it. For most people, they have never had access to no more than maybe $2,000 in terms of credit. So to talk to somebody about getting over 50K is over their heads. And then to leverage it for real estate, they don't get that unless it's something illegal. But this is what I'm going to do. Because like I said, fraud is at an all-time high. And for some people, those who want to tap in, those who want to really expand their knowledge and expertise and like I said, and get a shortcut by learning, not shortcut by doing something illegal, by learning. I'm doing a free webinar. It's going to be a weekly webinar. It's going to go on for about, I may cap it at 3. And depending on the response, I may do a bonus week at 4. But it's 3 weeks for you to tap in, starting this Friday, July 16th. And I'm going to be sharing with you how I've been able to help people, deals structuring of how we've been taking that credit and putting the deal together. That's right there. That's just epic. To not only see how to get access to the credit, but then to see how to structure the deal. Because once again, that net 30 that the people telling you to get, that ain't gonna get you no real estate. That Amazon business card ain't gonna get you no real estate. And that person who telling you to go to a website and you possibly can get approved for $5,000 to $10,000, that ain't gonna invest in real estate. But 100K can. That can help you. That can help cover some soft costs, some hard costs, the gap funding if you do, rehabs. So what I want you to do, if you're interested and you want to stay away from the fraud, tap into something that's real, I want you to go to www.neverloseadeal.com. The link will be below this video. www.neverloseadeal.com to learn more. Tap in, get the information. You can take that information, go off to the races. But for those who may need a little more hand holding, we can talk about that. But like I said, this Friday it goes down. It's going to be a weekly webinar series, and nothing illegal. But like I said, good luck. Good luck, y'all. Y'all keep like I said, good luck. Like I said, it's sad. Fraud is at an all-time high. It's really sad that people truly believe that in order to get stuff, you literally have to commit fraud. Once again, this is Lorelia. I'm signing off. Like I said, the link will be below this video. See you this upcoming Friday. www.neverloseadeal.com.